Hey everybody, GC13 here. A 30-second sneak peek for Steven Universe Future has been released, and boy is there some juicy stuff in it. What I want to talk about right now though is a new gem we see hanging out with Steven in the trailer. Based on her pink coloration, there are people wondering if she could be a Rose Quartz. Just looking at her, I can definitely see why some people are so sure. She has a distinctly pink color and that bulky quartz build, and with what looks to be a standard quartz gem, it sure looks like she's a Rose Quartz. Also, look at her outfit. It intentionally harkens to pink diamonds. Considering how pink and rose are two identities of the same gem, it would be interesting to see another gem that blends the identities in the opposite way, the appearance of pink diamond and the mind of a quartz. Finally, this gem is spending a lot of time with Steven as he gives her the tour of Little Homeworld. People have wanted Steven to spend time with a real Rose Quartz for ages, well before he learned his mother wasn't really a quartz. Why not have him spend some time with one now, when he's the one who has so much that he can teach her? It packs a bigger punch than if she was actually, say, a light-shaded carnelian, like my first assumption was. All in all, I really would like this gem to be a Rose Quartz. However, there are certain difficulties with her being one. Not insurmountable difficulties, mind you, well, we'll get to that. Looking at this gem, she looks like she was corrupted by the diamond attack after Pink's supposed shattering, so she must have been on planet at the end of the war. A few of the corrupted gems are Homeworld gems, but most Homeworld gems aren't Rose Quartzes. Combining what we learned in That Will Be All and the trial, it seems that all loyal Rose Quartzes were bubbled and placed in Pink's sanctum at the zoo before Pink's shattering, and thus before the attack. This is the most likely timeline of events, since the Rose Quartzes were all in pink bubbles, meaning Pink likely bubbled them herself. And if they had only been removed from service after the shattering, Yellow probably would have had them shattered in retaliation, as she still wanted to do 5,000 years later. I do feel like it would have been at least a little bit of a retcon for there to have been a second Rebel Rose Quartz though. The way everyone talks about Rose right now makes it sound like she was the only one. Though to be fair, Rose is also the only crystal gem Homeworld has ever talked about. There is a way to make this gem a Rose Quartz without it being a retcon, however. Thus far, we've only encountered Rebels and Loyalists. But what if she was neither? That would avoid having to sneak in a second Rebel Rose. Steven Universe Future takes place 2 years after the corrupted gems that were recovered over the millennia were all healed, and yet this sneak peek depicts Steven showing this gem around Little Homeworld as though she's completely new. If a Rose Quartz were to flee rather than submit to bubbling, it would make sense she'd go somewhere very remote. If the place she went was both uninhabited and not a gem site, it would be very easy for the crystal gems to have not encountered her after the war. After all, even after thousands of years, there were still places they hadn't cleared, and monsters they still hadn't bubbled. So, that's my theory. If this gem really is a Rose Quartz, then if she wasn't a rebel, she could have fled into the wilderness rather than allow herself to be bubbled. Corrupted in the diamond attack, she remained hidden until the start of Steven Universe Future, and now Steven is showing her around. What's your theory about her? Make sure to let me know down in the comments, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more content on Steven Universe Future.